Kill la kill. More like babe la babe. Am I right? Am I right? She's gonna kill me, isn't she?
Hey, what's up YouTube land? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Real Action Heroes Kill la Kill RYUKO MATOI Kamui Senketsu version. So here we are, and there she is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So here you have RYUKO in all her glory, Kill la Kill up top. I believe this says Matoi RYUKO Kamui Senketsu version. If I am wrong, please tell me because I can't read Japanese. This, I don't know what it says, so if anybody can read Japanese, please, it would be nice if you told me what that says because I'd like to know. On this side of the box, you have RYUKO-chan. On the other side of the box, a close-up shot of RYUKO. On the top, you get slightly annoyed looking RYUKO. On the bottom, you get angry RYUKO, and on the back, you get really angry RYUKO, and again, lots of stuff that I cannot read. I will pan down. Again, if somebody can read Japanese, I would really like to know what this says. I'll just pan down for you so you can see that. So, there's that, and here's that on this side of the box. Again, if anybody knows what this says, please tell me, because, you know, I'd like to know. So, there you go. And, of course, this does have a magnetic clasp here. You open it up, and you get some more obligatory product shots again. If somebody knows what that says, it'd be greatly appreciated if you tell me what that says. And on the other side right here is the tray where the figure would sit. And that is basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have RYUKO from the anime Kill la Kill, which I absolutely loved. Now, you know, I did put the viewer discretion warning at the beginning of this video, because as you can see, she's, well, it's not that she's not wearing much, but what she isn't wearing is kind of in a risque kind of place, so I didn't want to get barraged by comments from parents saying, you know, kids watch it. You know, you've been warned, so you've been warned. But anyway, here is RYUKO, and like I said, she is the hero of Kill la Kill, and she is an awesome character, and I loved the show. And here she is wearing Kamui Senketsu. And in the show, this outfit is actually alive. It's a living being she talks to, and it gives her powers and enables her to fight the evil Satsuki Kiryuin and the Elite Four and all the other evils of Honnoji Academy. But getting close here on the head sculpt. Very nice head sculpt. Very cool. Definitely looks like RYUKO. Very nice. And she looks a little annoyed. As she usually is. But it's a very nice mold, very done. I love the hair. The hair is very nicely done. You got the nice red streaks there. Got the little horns that pop up when she transforms. Just overall nicely done. Senketsu himself is very nicely done, nicely molded, nicely painted. You can see the eye right here. Just really, really nicely done. Nice, crisp, clean colors there. This looks really, really good. See here on the scarred eye, just nice and red. Looks really nice. Come down here, you can see the, I guess it's supposed to be the teeth or whatnot that connect the suspenders there. And, you know, just looks very, very, very cool. The suit right here, this part of the suit is, as you can see, it is a stitched fabric right here. And you have these pieces. These pieces are just hard plastic. But again, everything's done in this nice... The paintwork on here is so nice because everything's done with these nice highlights. So it's, you know, nice contrasts of dark and light blues to give you those nice highlights. And it just looks really nice. The red is done very well all throughout. You can see the gloves. The gloves are nicely molded, nicely detailed and painted. Those look really good. Even the palms. You can see even the fingernails are painted. Come down here to the skirt. The skirt, again, Just that nice paintwork on the skirts, nice silver here on the teeth or spikes or whatever they're supposed to be. And again, you come down to the lower body, see the stockings here. These are not painted on. Again, this is an actual stitched material on here. This upper part is plastic. This upper part is plastic, but from here down, this is that stitched material, which again looks really, really nice and very well done. Come down here to her little high heel shoes, which again, very nice, even, you know, detailed them properly right there. So, seems like no detail was left out. Just very, very nicely done. You come to the back here, you see a nice the big vent or jet that she uses to do her finishing moves, which is very, very cool. And you can see the back of her hair is done in that red also, which looks really, really nice. The back of Senketsu's eyes are nicely detailed and painted. It looks very cool. And again, you get that red outlining throughout the suit, which is done very nicely. Just such a cool figure. I really dig this. Very nice. This is a 1/6 scale figure. She's about 11.5 to 12 inches. At the top of her head, she's about 11.5. If you measure all the way to the top of her hair here, it's 12 inches. So she is a 1/6 scale figure. Articulation-wise, her head is on a nice wiggly, waggly joint here, so you can get her looking up, looking down, get some good, you know, expressiveness out of her, which is really, really cool. The arms can do a full 360, but again, you do have to be careful with the material here. You don't want to risk ripping anything, so do be careful when you're posing the arms. The elbows do have a nice range of movement, you know, a little more than 90 degrees, but again, if you try to push it any more, then you're starting to stretch that fabric, so do be careful with that. She does have a bicep swivel. At the wrists do rotate. You do get a, well, these wrists do unplug for hand swapping purposes, but they are on a swivel and they are on this joint right here, so you get that little pivoting joint also. She does have an ab crunch, which again, the body is a rubber body, so this is something, again, I would use with caution, because as you can see, I mean, you can use that ab joint, but once you do, it kind of makes things look weird because the rubber just kind of starts to wrinkle up and look odd. I definitely would not try to, you know, arch her back, because then you will be putting stress on these straps and you could risk splitting something. So again, you know, she does have some side-to-side movement also. So she does have waist movement, but I honestly really wouldn't use it that much. You do get a little bit of rotation, but again, it's that case of things start to look a little weird when you start rotating stuff. So just use that waist joint with caution. I would express that very much. The skirt itself is a softish plastic, so it will accommodate the leg movement. The legs can go forward, they can go back, they can go in and out. You do get a thigh swivel. This strap right here isn't actually connected to anything, so it's just there for the illusion. So you can rotate that without worrying about, you know, breaking anything. So you can use that thigh swivel. The knees, this is definitely a point of contention here. The knees, again, this is a stitch material on here, and it's very tight. So you only really get about that much knee movement, and honestly, moving it further than that scares me to death, because if you move it any further than that, I could see this stretching to the point where this is where my tongue stops working. I can see this stretching to the point where it will just split. So I wouldn't go further than that as far as knee movement, which is unfortunate, because you would love to put her in some of those extreme action poses she hits on the show, but unfortunately this toy is not capable of that. So again, a word of warning, a word of caution right there. Knee movement is definitely limited just due to the stitch material there. The feet can pivot up and down. They do get some tiltage. You can rotate. Again, don't go too far because you don't want to risk ripping anything. But you can get a good amount of twist there. I mean, a human amount of twist. You don't really need to spin it all the way around. You get a human amount of twist there in the ankles, as well as upward and downward movement and your pivot. So, you know, she has the posability. Unfortunately, you can't use a lot of it effectively, but it's there. So there you have that. Now we'll get down to her accessories. She does come with extra hands. She comes with these splayed out hands, which again are just very, very nicely molded and painted. Again, you can see how all the fingernails here are picked out in red. The palms are nicely detailed and painted. So you get your two splayed out hands. You get two relaxed hands right here, which is a natural relaxed pose. There, again, that same level of detailing and paintwork. And you get two hands for holding her weapons. Right here. Again, nicely detailed, nicely painted, as are the rest. And of course you do get the closed fists that are already on her. You do also get her angry face. I love this. I think this is my favorite accessory. It's her angry face. And again, I love the mold here. And again, the paintwork is just very anime looking, which is appropriate, so it works. The detail there on the mouth looks really cool. I just love the way that was molded. This looks really, really cool. And to go with the extra face, you do get extra eyes. You do get extra sets of eyes here. And we'll get into that right now. So to swap faces and swap eyes, it is quite easy. We'll just bring in Ryuko here. You just want to unplug the front of her scalp here. So that just comes right off. That's just two posts right there that just plug in right up here. So you just remove the front of her scalp, and then you just rip off her face. Yes, rip. Ah! That's scary. That's scary right there. So right there you have the face. And to remove the eyes, you can see there's just a post right here. You just pull that out, and boop, there the eyes come right out. Now the eyes, honestly, like this is eye set number 3. I don't know if you'll be able to see it too well, but there is actually a little number 3 that is etched right in the middle there. There you go. I think you see it now. This is eye set number 3. This is number 1. These two, honestly, I see no real difference whatsoever. Except that this one, the eye looks like it's a little crooked. But other than that, it doesn't, like, when you plug them into the head, they don't really look all that much different. Eye set number 2 ends up with her looking a little bit off to the side. So you just take these and just plug them into the slot. And you can see now she's looking off more to the side. So that one achieves the effect it wants to achieve. But number 1, I don't get, because she's still looking straight ahead. She still looks angry. I don't get it. You plug these in and she's still looking straight ahead, still looks angry. So I don't get what the real difference is. But anyway, we're done with this face. We're going to bring in angry face. And we'll plug in, we'll just put set number 3 back in there. Just plug that in. And then plug this back into her head. Plug her scalp back on. And there you go. Now she's Ryuko Angry Face. There were many, many points in the show where her face looked just like this. Usually when she's yelling at Satsuki, you know, just, Kiryu and Satsuki! You know. Many, many times where she was just yelling at the top of her lungs. So you have her in her angry face. But obviously, what's the point of being angry if you don't have something to swing at people? So this is where her weapon comes in. And this is her main signature weapon, the Scissor Blade. Which is very cool. And as you can see, it's called the Scissor Blade because, if it's not painfully obvious, it's one half of a pair of scissors. And this is given to her by her father before she dies. And basically, the plot in the beginning of the show is she wants to find the person who has the other half of the scissors, because the other half of the scissors belongs to the person who killed her father. So she wants to find out who killed her father. So that's the opening plot of the show. It does kind of, the plot changes as the show progresses, but that's the beginning of the plot of the show, is her wanting to find the other half of the scissors, because whoever has that is the person who killed her father. So here is her scissor blade, and it's very nicely done. Nice red plastic, nice molding here in the handle. Very cool. The other side is just flat here, but very nicely done. As you can see, I mean, right here it's, you know, more than half her size. So you have that, and you also get the scissor blade in its decapitation mode, and this is for when she is doing her finishing move, the Senishoshitsu. I didn't just curse, okay? That's what it's called. That's what the move is called. It's Japanese, okay? It's Japanese. But here is the scissor blade in its decapitation mode. And as you can see, it's just the scissor blade with this part flipped outward, and then this secondary blade just flips out from the main blade. So this is what she uses to do her finishing move right here. And of course, she can't hold it, so we'll just swap out some hands here. We'll just unplug that. Plug in, whoops. These pieces do come off, they just loop over the forearm there. Plug in the other hand. The hands are very easy to swap in and out. It's just a simple peg. And then we'll just start off with a scissor blade here. Actually, it's a lot easier to do this with the hand removed. Don't be mad at me, Ryuko. I know you don't have your hand right now. Just don't be mad. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And hands are, you know, the plastic is pliable enough that you can kind of stretch them out, but I would still exercise a bit of caution when trying to get the weapons in her hands, because the handle of the scissor blade is quite thick. So you do have to kind of do quite a bit of stretching to get this in her hand, and it does kind of scare me a bit. So much so that I'm scared. Come on. Come on, Ryuko. There we go. There you go. But once you have this in her hand, I mean, she holds it very securely. I mean, there's no wiggle room here. I mean, she holds this dead solid. So, plug that in her hand, and there she goes with a scissor blade. She's ready to cut some fools. She's ready to cut Kiryu and Satsuki! So, there you go. And of course, if you want, you can have her holding the scissor blade in decapitation mode. And just pry this out of her hand again. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just work this in here. Yeah. 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 There we go. Just wrap that hand around there. Where's her other weapon holding hand? And we'll just wrap this one around the bottom portion, which I've actually haven't tried to do this yet, so we'll see if we can get this to work naturally, easily. Oh, that worked very nicely. There we go. Oops, I have this wrong way. There we go. So there you go. I'll just plug that in, unplug this hand, get that in there. Oops, come on. Plug that on. And there you go. Now she is ready to cut some fools. She is ready to take on the Elite Four, as far as I'm concerned. And that looks pretty cool. So, yeah, I really dig this figure. It's very cool. I love it. I really love it. And I love Ryuko-chan. I think she's awesome. She's just a really just cool character. Included is also a display base. There's not much to it. I didn't even take it out of the bag because I don't use these. You can see it's just a clear base with the clear arm there and the little piece that goes around her waist. I don't use the display stands because I put all my 12-inch figures on my Hot Toys and whatnot in a detolf, and these take up more room than they need to, so I never use them. I just have them standing up. As you can see, she stands just fine. Even with her high heel shoes on, she stands just fine. She's very stable. So, but just to note that she does include the display stand, if you want to use it. But there you go. There is RYUKO Matoi in a nutshell. A very cool figure. I would definitely recommend it if you were into Kill la Kill. This is a very cool figure to have. And I would definitely recommend you watch the show. If you haven't watched Kill la Kill, it's a very good show. I loved it. I watched it on animebaka.tv. I'll put a link to it down in the description below if you want to watch the series. It's all there, even the 25th episode. Now, the series proper is only 24 episodes, but on I think it was the special Blu-ray edition, they added a 25th episode. So there was an extra finale, And Anime Baka also has that 25th episode, so you can watch the series in its entirety, even that extra episode. It is all there. I would definitely recommend you watch it. It's a great show. I loved it. And I know people probably are looking at this suit and saying, wow, that's really gratuitous, and that's just done to please the guy. Honestly, though, on the show, they do explain why the outfit is so skimpy. There is a reason for it. It is explained. There is a reason behind why the outfit is so skimpy. It's not just gratuitous stuff. I mean, honestly, I mean, yeah, it still is, but at least on the show, they justify it with a reason, a scientific reason, so. Judge that how you will. But, as I was saying, I love this show. I know it is currently airing on, I think it's Adult Swim. There's an English dubbed version. And I did watch an episode of the English dubbed version, and honestly, I didn't like it. I just feel like the show loses something in translation, and I felt like the voices didn't really fit the characters that well. So if you don't mind reading subtitles, I would highly recommend you just go to animebaka.tv and watch the original Japanese version of it. Because it's, like I said, an awesome, awesome show. I would highly recommend watching this. This is a very cool figure. Again, it does have its limitations in the articulation department, just due to the decisions they made with it. But it's still, honestly, a really, really cool figure. And I do have the Satsuki version pre-ordered to go with her because, you know, she needs a Satsuki to fight. She has to have a Satsuki to fight. And, but yeah, very cool show, very cool figure. You know, this figure is still readily available. I got mine off Mandarake. Big Bad Toy Store does still have this figure in stock. If you would like one, you can check out bigbadtoystore.com for availability. Again, I will put a link in the description down below if you would like your own. They also have other Kill la Kill items. But very, very cool figure. I would highly recommend it. They also released a version of Ryuko in the outfit she wore in the very first episode and in the 25th episode. That version with the jacket and the guitar case and, you know, the button-down shirt. I honestly would have preferred a version with her wearing Senketsu in the sailor uniform version. Instead, they released that version. I don't know if I'll ever get that version of Ryuko because that version goes for, like, stupid money, and I don't want to pay that much for it. I'm happy having this one. It's very cool. Again, very cool figure. Very nicely done. Highly recommended. I recommend this figure. I recommend you watch the show because it is really, really cool. And I think it's definitely worth your time. So, if you've watched the show, tell me what you think. And if you haven't watched the show and plan on watching it, then do please tell me what you think when you watch it. I love this show. Very cool figure. Very awesome character. I love Ryuko. I love this chick. She is awesome. And yeah, I think I've done ranting and rambling enough and getting all fanboy about this show, but very, very cool. So I think that is pretty much all there is to say. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that is it. So there is the Real Action Heroes Kill la Kill RYUKO MATOI Kamui Senketsu version. And this is EmGo's saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek. Be proud. Stand up, Ryuko. I'm trying to do something here. Now she doesn't want to stand on me. Sorry, I've made Ryuko angry as I'm trying to sign off here. There we go. Stay, Ryuko-chan. Stay. So anyway, be geek, be proud. Hallelujah! In your face!
Hello there. I see you have spikes. I have spikes too.
Ryuko, I sense his intentions are not pure!
Seriously, why does this always happen to me? What's wrong with just saying, you're not my type? Jish. Whatever.